I came here around 3 to 2 years ago, and my first impressions were it was a small club, but it was fun, you know. Lots of things to do: badminton, basketball, and ping pong. Luann, she was a very bright spirit, you know, very happy all the time. If anyone was down, she would cheer us up. Yeah, she was just very nice overall. Every week I look forward to Wednesdays, seeing her, because she would just lift my mood up, you know, even when I was down. She was very fun teacher, teaching me with ping pong and badminton. I think it's boosted my confidence in talking to new people, and I've made so many new friends from this, you know.
I work for a community development project called Connecting Craigmillar. It's part of the Thistle Health and Wellbeing team at the Thistle Foundation. And one of the main things we do is when people who live within Craigmillar and Niddrie come to us with an idea for something they think will improve the lives of people within this community, we support them to develop that idea and try and create an activity or an event or a group around that particular thing. So in this case, somebody who was living in the area called Luann approached me. She was attending an art group that we were running, and she talked through this idea of having a sports club for people of all ages, and how much it impacted her as a young person, and how it could help people within this community. So she had loads of vision and passion and ideas for it and drive, which was really exciting. It all came from that original idea, that passion that Luann had, and she would run all those initial sessions.
My name is Luann and I'm a table tennis coach. When I came here, there wasn't much for the kids around here, and I had this little dream to start a free sports club, because I remember when I was young, I went to a few clubs that were free, and then there was one club that I really liked, and then they asked us for 50p, and even 50p stopped us from going. You know, when you're kids, you don't have any, you know, and so I approached the club, and it was just after COVID, so the people weren't using the clubs because of COVID. So I said, you know, give us to us for a cheap rate. It'll go to a good cause, and I started off with just me and 1-2 other kids and maybe one other adult, and then it's just grown, because I guess everyone just really loves coming here, and you know, they're not tied down to anything, they're not told to come here, they're not, but they just come because they love it. And we have kids who, you know, they first came, and you know, you give them a ball and a racket and they just don't even touch each other, and now they're playing, like, you know, in competitions at schools, and you know, they're like, Luann, we've entered, you know, they've grown in confidence, and yeah, it's just amazing.
Luann is a total fireball of energy and passion and get stuff done kind of, you know, thing. She's very thoughtful in how she goes about it. But when she puts her mind to something, you know, it can happen quickly. She you know, she was able to quickly kind of identify places to get tables donated from somewhere, and then got somebody to pick it up in a van and bring it here. And you know, she would go around and start promoting it within, you know, the local area. She always came with ideas for activities and fun games, and she's got a great ability to work with people of all ages. You know, she's a motivator for young people, and I felt like they often looked up to her or kind of were encouraged by her, and she always had something fun to bring to the sessions.
I came to England when I was like young, and it felt really difficult to integrate. So then I feel it's really important to have that space where, you know, there's no barriers. Doesn't matter where you are from and how old you are or your ability. In this club, we have this culture of care. It's not about how good you are. It's not about how old you are, where you're from. It's just pure love for one another, being there for one another. And I feel like that's why we keep growing bigger and bigger, because when when newbies come, they don't feel they're left out, or they don't feel that, oh, they can't play a sport, because everyone would just welcome them in and help them.
An activity like this being started by a local person like Luann is just phenomenal. She was in the area, she's local. It wasn't long after the pandemic, she noticed that there was a real community need. She's the kind of champion that we need in these areas, that puts up their hand and says, look, something needs done here, and actually stands up and does it, starts a club with a handful of people, but is consistent and keeps coming and keeps showing up in a community like this is what's essential. And now to see where the sports club is because of her is just phenomenal. The number of people that come through the doors and the positive stories that come out of them that wouldn't happen because of her is just superb.